Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches. Oh, you're crooked. Let's pause. Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. This is a channel, my Flosstube channel, and this is a channel about cross stitch. And happy 2023. It feels like forever since I have chatted with you guys. Welcome everybody and welcome to the new year. Yay! This is Flosstube. Oops. 31. I got some notes. I got lots of whips. I have, I think 2 finishes. I have maybe 2 new starts. Yeah, I got some stuff to show and lots of whips. So I got notes. So first off, as you remember, at the end of 2022, on December 31st, I was going to do a stitch with me. I did post it. If you didn't watch it, that's fine. It was a bit to watch. I watched it myself, and the sound wasn't all that great. I'll have to work on my technique of stitch with me's, but and I think I probably could have done a bit more editing, but I didn't in the end. It took forever to upload. But Ukraine won, and so I did what I call a fast, which is a finished after you started today. So essentially start and finish in one day. And I did the Ukraine flag. And so there is my stitch. Let me just get, there you go. So that's my Ukraine flag. And the year before I did Norway. So there they are side by side. The Ukraine came out a little bit different, a little squarer, but that's okay. Maybe they'll be a little different every year. So there we go, side by side. So I haven't decided fully what I'm going to do with these yet. I plan on maybe either making them in tiny pillows or stitching them on a bag or stitching them on a banner, something. I'll figure it out. For now, I'm just, and a viewer had a great suggestion of stitching the year. And so I'm definitely going to do that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. That will be on my to-do, and maybe I'll do it at the end of end of next year. Just put in the years. But yes, that's a great idea. Thank you very much. So, even I call it a fast, finished after starting today. Some other people call that a SAF, start and finish. It took me a long time. I was shocked. It took me 5 hours-ish. So even though it seemed like a long video, I think it was 1 hour and 45 minutes or something like that, there was a lot edited out. But perhaps in the future, I'd like to get a stitch with me more around the 30 to 45-minute range type thing. I know that's what I like to watch or listen to, but it's hard when you've actually had lots of conversation, then you have to edit it out because then you're editing out something. But I also have to make sure I get the sound better, either talk clearer and louder or use an external mic, which I have, something like that. So we'll figure it out. So that was New Year's Eve. And then my husband and I both decided, even though we don't celebrate New Year's Eve, we ended up staying up all night from the 31st to the 1st. He worked on a puzzle, and he was essentially going to do, it was a 500-piece puzzle that I gave him for Christmas. It was just popcorn, which was a little bit difficult, but he was set to start it. I think he started at 9 p.m. and he wasn't going to go to bed till he finished it. So he finished it around 6 a.m. I did cross stitch. So I essentially did a 24 hours of cross stitch from December 31st, sometime in the evening, say 8 p.m. till January 1st, 8 p.m. So it was good. So I had a new start, which I'm going to show you now. So my New Year's Eve, New Year day, New Year, new start is Long Dog Sampler Pointed Fifth. I'll show a picture here of what it'll look like sort of when it's done. And this is my progress. I actually made some pretty good progress. I think I got oh, I'm not sure exactly how many stitches. It was over 1,000, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but that's my start. I started in the middle. I'll just keep bringing it forward so you can see. That's my start. Pretty cool. So this is my first ever work on 40 count. I'm doing this with a hand dyed by Rolanda dyed cotton called Wintergreen. And this is a Roxy Floss Co. fabric called Back in the Saddle. And it's a 40 count half yard. So, or I think I've cut it. I cut it for another project. So anyways, so this will be the pointed fifth. It's square. And yeah, I'm doing it 1/2. My first time ever doing 1/2. So quite excited about that. I'm not sure when I'll work on it again. I was thinking maybe the 23rd day of each month because it's the year 2023. So that's the way I thought, well, maybe I'll do that for my New Year's Day starts. So that was awesome. The funny thing is I worked on that being 40 count, and then every month this year I'm going to have one project to finish and one project to start. I have to do the finish first. So January 1st I started my finish and I got my finish done. The funny thing is that was 40 count. What I switched to was my project to finish, which was 14 count. So it was like going from really tiny to really big. It was a bit of a relief for my eyes. So I was working on this on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And then I finished it in about 3 or 4 days. Because it's a paper pattern, I wasn't sure how many stitches I had left. And for it to count as a finish, it should have 1,000 stitches left. And to count as a start, it has to put 1,000 stitches in. So I kind of briefly counted. I thought, oh, it's got over 1,000. It ended up having, oh, I think it was close to 3,000. Anyways, but this is the project. It was a kit I won on Flosstube. It's by RTO and it's called Among Black Cats. And this is my finish. Yeah, I actually really like this. And the back stitching on this really made it come to life. So a lot of the back stitching was the whiskers in here and on the tail. And it really actually made it come to life, make the cat come to life. And around the eye, of course, too. So that is Among Black Cats. So I'm planning on making this into a project bag. Hopefully I'll have that done before the next Flosstube. I'd like to each month also not only finish my project and then do a Flosstube to show you, and then fully finish it and show you at the other Flosstube. So that's sort of my plan. We'll see. I really got to work on doing more fully finishing because I do want to. So I've already showed you the new start. So then, oh, and I showed you that. So that's almost all my notes. I did another little stitch I've completely forgot about. This was, before the end of the year, we went to a Boxing Day party, dinner, potluck dinner. And at the last minute, I had been stitching and I didn't know who I was going to stitch it for. One of the freebie patterns, I think it's called Hippopotamus, and I think it's by Blue Flower. Not positive on that. But I'd seen it on Mama Loves You GB's video. And so I'd gotten the freebie and I was stitching it. But what I did was I picked a fabric that it was 11 count. It was a free sample I'd gotten when I'd ordered some other fabrics. And not only was 11 count like the big holes, I also used 3 strands. And oh my gosh, it ate up a lot of floss. It was very weird to work on, but anyways, I did. And then I put it and made a card and worked on making cards. So that was my first card. So I'm going to show you, I think, the finished stitch. I don't know if I took a picture of the card, but I may have. But anyways, I'm going to show you that here. And so I gave that away on December 26th on Boxing Day. So that was good. Felt good to my first prototype. Okay, that's the end of my notes. So now let's just go through the whips that I got here, because I got some whips to show you. So because I had a finish for January, I also got a new start for January. And so my new start is my first ever Tiny Modernist. This is called Moon Phase Bell Pull. And the plan is I'm going to work on this the full moon of every month, or just at the full moon. So you'll recognize the fabric. This is the same fabric I did my Christmas stitch, or my Christmas countdown stitch in. I should put something behind me. It's a beautiful sunny day, as you can tell. So that's what I got started on. So it's really, really fun stitch. And oh, I just love the colors of the moon here. So, oh, let's reach back and get it. So as you can see, it's going to go from different types of moons to a full moon and then back through them all. And then you might not be able to see very well, but there's trees down here. So they're done in black. Not sure if I'll do those in black or maybe green. We'll see. We'll wait till we get there. But that's what I got started on. So the border's pretty easy, so you can really just, you know, make some progress. And yeah, I love the colors of the moon. So I think it's only, I want to say 5 colors total. So not too bad. And I might end up putting more of these stars in. You know, I kind of did an extra one in here, but I might just sprinkle it with a bit more. But there you go, and it'll be probably about down to there, I think. So there you go. So work on that as the year progresses. So I think that's a total of about 7,000 stitches, and I got 1,000 stitches done on it. So that should be done actually by August, presumably, if I keep on track. Let's see. So like I said, I'm going to do a finish every month. So some of my finishes have a lot of stitches to go. So I'm doing a little bit of, I want to have at least 1,000 at the start of the month to go. But some of them, this next one, it had, I think, 22,000 to go or something. So I'm working to bring it down to 8,000 or less before its month. Its month is March. But anyway, so I'm working on this. This is Murder Row. And so this is actually the end of the pattern right there. That is the corner. So I'm working in columns right now. And so I'm trying to finish off down here, and then that one, and then that one. But I might bounce around because this upper part is actually a lot easier than the bottom part. But don't also want to leave the bottom part for the end. But there you go. That's Murder Row. Right now, I believe it has... Oh, I think, I'm not good at math. Around 20,000 to go, I think. Maybe. No, I think it's less than that. I can't remember, to tell you the truth, but it has some number. I think I was trying to do 8,000 each month, and I still got 4,000 left in this month, but there you go. I'm just grabbing these in order. Next month's finish, actually I'm not doing them in order, I'm just going to grab this one here. Next month's finish is Felix, which was scheduled to finish for my husband's birthday. He's late February, and I'm right on track. So, as you can see, what I've started doing with this is really cool. It's fun, just because I needed to change it up a bit, is I've started to color complete. So, and interestingly, I think there is right now 5,000 stitches left to go, and 3,000 of those are black, and that's no problem. What I'm going to do is color complete everything but black, and hopefully then in February all I do is stitch black, which is fine. I don't actually mind that at all, and if it's not following a pattern, I can watch videos, and it's great. The funny thing is that each color completion is, most of them are under 100, like 24, 5, 15, whatever. And they add up to, I think there's only 3 colors that are over 100, and they're like 130 or whatever. And they add up to like 2,000 stitches, which was really shocking. So sometimes in the evening, I'll just color complete a few colors. And so that's really, really fun. So there we go. So it's actually the Q-snap's not going to be moved. This is the bottom corner is probably right about there. So it's, I might have to move it a tiny bit when I get down there. I might have to move it up, but for the most part, that'll be the very, very end. So there we go. That's Felix. Okay. I have a daily I work on. I have a few dailies, but this is one daily. Thought I'd finish this for 2022, but obviously I didn't. This is Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expressions. And as you can see, I'm coming down to this bottom corner over here. I'll bring it a little bit closer. So I just finished a specialty band. And like I just said, I just do, this is my daily 30. And now I'm on a cross stitching section. So, which is going to be pretty butterflies. That's going to be really nice. So that's still enjoyable. I really, really do like it. You do spend a lot of time on one color and you just get really excited to get to the next color. But I think I only have about 4 colors left. So and obviously coming down to a corner, it gets faster and faster. So another thing I'm doing this year, as if there's not enough already, and I'm keeping on top in this, is I'm doing my own temperature charts each month. So I have one for January, one for February, one for March, so on. So I will have 12 temperature charts, and I'm planning to do it for 10 years. So it will be a comparison of the years on a month-to-month basis. I have designed these myself. They're not going to look like anything much to begin with because there's not a lot of the stuff to be shown or to see. But my January, and sorry, I got threads all over the place, so it's not going to look very pretty. But my January one is snowflakes, and there's going to be snowflakes all over this. But this is the first snowflake in the center. And so this is with it being at 10 days stitched. So there we go. So I'm doing the, that's hard to see, but I'm doing a high, a low, the type of day, and the wind. The purple is the wind. So that is my temperature tree start, or temperature chart start. So there's going to be 9 snowflakes over this, and there's going to be other snowflakes and trees. So it has a long, long ways to go. So I know it doesn't look like much right now, but it has. And so far I've been really good. I take the temperatures, the wind, and all the way through the day I try to decide what type of day I'm going to classify it as. That's the trickiest thing. So today will be a sunny day, but other days we have a whole mix. We've had it sunny, cloudy, snowy, rainy. So the only thing we haven't gotten yet is fog, but we will get that a lot. This next one, unfortunately, I spilled coffee on it. That's okay. Is a peacock. And this is for February. So obviously I'm just working on the frame for the daily stitches. So there's that. I think this will be pretty much what you saw last time, maybe. But, oh, that didn't. Oh yeah, okay, that worked. Okay. So it's, this is all going to be silhouetted in black. And then there's going to be peacock feathers coming all the way around the whole thing. And so this is the framework of the stitches. And you can see where there's squares left, those are the daily stitches that will go in. So I'm just trying to get a framework of how the days of February this year, and then I'll work at getting more, and I'll just keep working at this one. So it's a bit more to stitch, but I got enough done for this year. And then I'll probably do extra when I get a chance, but I already have tons to keep me on track. Another thing I'm doing is Whip Go, which is done by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And what I did was I picked 5 projects that aren't slated to be worked on this year, that are long-term projects. And only on Wednesday, I just have to touch them for at least an hour. And so this month, the first one I got called is my Tempest Fugit. And so I'm just working, I'm actually going to switch to Royal Rose. And so I haven't started that yet, but that's my plan to give it a try. But anyways, obviously I'm working down over here. And so it's just a bunch of wallpaper. So that's my Tempest Fugit. It is a total, I believe, of a, oh, I can't remember. It's about 50%, I think, or maybe 70. I can't remember. It's confusing. I don't keep track of all my percentages and such. Okay, next is I'm on Stitch Along. This will be one of my finishes. Oh, and I didn't take this out of the Q snap. I'm not going to take it out of the Q snap because it's a bit too much. But this is Dark Queen of the Earth. And so I'm working on the January release, which is all right kind of in this area here. So I got stay slotted to work on it some more. So I think I got about 1,000, I got about 600 or 700 in, and it's about 2,500 stitches. So I shouldn't have any issue with that. Okay, what else? We'll show you. The other thing I'm doing, as if I'm not doing enough already, is I'm working on certain days on certain projects. So I have, this is almost my Glendon Place bag. I have Poltergeist Pirates, and I work on this on the 10th of the month, and if I can, the 20th and 30th, but mostly just the 10th. So I've worked on this, I think, I want to say twice since I last saw you. Sorry, that's probably loud. Maybe 3 times. So I'm doing this on Silk Weaver's fabric. I believe it's a 28 count. Oh, I need something behind this. I don't have anything to put behind it. Let's try this. Let's try this. This will get a little bit of a, there we go. That's a little bit better. So I am just working away at this. I'll just bring it a bit closer. Oh, this was my board. I could use that. You won't see the moon because I'm bringing it a bit closer, but when I finish my moon project, I want to work on something every full moon, so I might bring this one in on that, but there we go. So that's what I've been working on, is the sails mostly, and just last night I started my way over. Oh, by the way, today is January 11th, 2023. I have a calendar there now, so now I can actually figure out what the day is. But anyways, so yesterday I worked on this. So I'm actually working on to the next mask, and I'm going to work my way up because there's some of the masks coming across here, and I want to do a page completion, but I have to get over there to finish off that bit. So, and I'm trying to do some of the back stitching as I go. I also have to add in up here. They have buttons in this. So where'd that pattern go? This Glendon Place has some, are they buttons or, anyways, I think they're buttons. Like that one, or charms, that one, and that one, and these 3 skulls. But they also give you the pattern of how to stitch them. The only one they don't is this sea star down here, which is fine. I don't care. So I'm going to stitch it. I'm just trying to decide on the color because I don't want to do the same color I did the ghost in. But I actually, yeah, I might just go ahead and do it. So I'm going to do a skull there. So I still have to do that too. So really enjoy it. I enjoy the Glendon Places. So put that one away, and we'll get our next Glendon Place out. One nice thing about having things you do on certain days is you actually keep track of the days a bit better, which I don't always, being retired, but anyway, so I bring this bag up to this is my project bag. I got this for $5 and it fits quite a few in here, so that's good. So we've got 2 more to show you. One's a Glendon Place and one's not. Okay. So this next one is the one I started on Halloween, and so I work on this every 13th and 31st of the month. So this is the Glendon Place, and it's called The Witch's Wheel. And I believe I got some done since I saw you last. I'm not sure. I hope I did, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't even actually remember when I think I saw you last right after Christmas, the 27th. So if I saw you on the 27th, the only time I would have worked on this would have been the 31st. And I'm not sure if I worked on the 31st this year. So maybe there's nothing new in here, but let's just show it again anyway. So I started some beading. I think I'm going to carry on doing some more beading. I work on this in 2 days. Friday the 13th. How's that? Oh, that's cool. Okay. And then the next one is sort of my snowy day project. I also might bring this into the rotation on the 25th. This is Christmas, or the Christmas moose, but I like calling them Christmas. And I just got a little bit done. So I'll show you what I did. I just did this little bit in here, but overall, and may have also done, since I seen you last, his ear. I'm not sure. This is a really stiff Ada, but it's still nice. So there we go. So that's the start of my Christmas. So, and I do enjoy stitching too. So we'll see how things go. So, plans coming up. Well, you know what my finish is for February, but I'm going to see you before then. So, I'm just going to carry on with working on all the things, and yeah, that's probably it for my plans. I'm in the background, I am designing my next temperature charts. So I do have March and April designed and uploaded Pattern Keeper now. One of them has quite a bit of framework to do before I can get to the first day stitching. So that is April's. March is not too bad. I think I can just do a center start and be fine with March, but April's, all of them I have to do a center start. But then I have to work my way over, because April's is kind of one where it's like 1 year and then it's going across the thing. So I have to find my way to get all the way over. So hopefully soon I can work on that. I'm still designing May and June's. I got them mostly designed. I just have to put in the each daily temperature. So I essentially pick a color for the high, pick a color for low. So the highs are red and the lows are blue. I pick a purple for the wind, and I pick a yellow for the day type. And so they're already done as little motifs, and then I just sort of plot them in on whatever my chart is to make sure they fit, and they're also holding the place for when I actually stitch them. So, and then I still have to think. I haven't actually figured out what my designs are for the rest of the month. I have ideas. I just haven't actually put them to fruition, or started designing them. So I got to keep on that. So that's, try to do that at least once a week or something. So we'll see. Other plans, I have to finish off this month's Dark Queen. This month I'm going to be doing, there's a 24 hours of cross stitch. So I'm going to be doing that. I believe it's, it is Friday the 20th to Sunday the 22nd. So if you want to join in, there's a Facebook group. I think it's 24HOCS. And it's kind of fun. I don't do a lot with the Facebook. I just do my 24 hours cross stitch. But Jen Lee of Quirks and Stitches, she always does a video afterwards. She does it with her mom, and it's pretty fun to watch and know you take part. There's two ways of doing the 24 hours of cross stitch. You can do it straight, so picking a time and try and stitch. I mean, obviously you eat and you go to the bathroom, but you don't sleep. Your teen no sleep, and try to just do the 24 hours consecutive. Or you can do where over the whole weekend that you try to get 24 hours of stitching. My husband says, that's not much of a challenge for you. I, in general, probably stitch almost 10 hours a day. I know one year I did 30 hours that way, and it wasn't that much of a challenge. So we'll see. We'll see how my sleep pattern is when it comes around, whether I do the 24 hours straight or try to do some other challenge on the weekend. But that'll get me some good progress. I'm planning on putting some stitches in and getting some stitches done on the ones that I need to for January. So far, I'm doing great. Like getting my tick mark on my finish for January, and my new start for January is really good. Got those done now in the first week. So now it's just getting caught up. So all is good. That's about it. So like I said, today is the 11th. So the next time I'm going to be filming and showing you will be right after the 24 hours of cross stitch. So hopefully I might have some better numbers then. I'm really bad at giving you how many stitches and how many percentage. I know right now for the 2023, I'm keeping track of my stitches, mostly things in Pattern Keeper. And I was counting, like, so for that new start with the moons, I did actually count. So I had a little clicker and I was counting so that I could get the 1,000 counted. I could also count on the chart and actually know what I'm doing to do, but it's not that bad to count with the little clicker. So far this year, I'm trying I'm doing a challenge of doing 500 stitches a day. Again, it's not a big challenge for me. I think for the first week, I was actually doing 1,000 a day because I was trying to get that Hmong Black Cats finished, and then I had the new start, so I did that all in a day. So yeah, so I think right now I'm averaging I think yesterday it was 800 stitches a day. So so pretty good. And my shoulder's a bit sore. I'm actually having some issues with my shoulder. I got to use my Lowry stand more often. My Lowry stand's up here, so probably today I'll any stitching I'm doing, I'll try to use the Lowry stand a bit more. But other than that, you know, the weather here is, we've gotten a little bit cold, but we have some warm weather coming this weekend, and we're supposed to get tons of rain, +9. So Christmas is going away for a little bit. It almost feels like we get winter just for a day or two, and then it's mild. It's been a very mild winter. So, and I don't know if you can see that in my temperature chart, that the blues are the negative colors. There's only been two. So each day has 4 stitches for a high or a low. I think total there's like 10 or 12 stitches. But anyways, yeah, I've only had once for a low and once for a low and high, the blue stitches. So it's been mild. So it's going to be really interesting comparing year to year to see if there's a difference. But yeah, so, and if I wanted to, really wanted to, I think I could probably go back and stitch previous years. Like, so say I don't want to carry on with this past 2026, I could always go back a couple of years and stitch the other years, somewhere on the snowflake, somewhere on the maybe not on the peacock so much. I could stitch in the year. So we'll just see. Yeah, we'll just see how that goes. So anyways, and then I'm starting to get things geared up for next year, which next year I'm planning on doing 60 whips in the year. So I'm trying to get things kitted up and ready for that. So that's also going on in the background. So lots and lots of stuff on the go. But I think that's about all. I don't know if there's any other stories or things to share with you. I've just been stitching like crazy, really. So I shall say goodbye, and I shall see you in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching, and if you join me for 24 hours of cross stitch, have fun. It's actually surprising how little stitches you get done in 24 hours. You think, oh, I'm going to get tons. I usually average about 3,000 stitches in 24 hours, which is a lot. It's a lot. I mean, if I'm doing 1,000 a day, that's a lot. So yeah, it's good. So anyways, I shall talk to you in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody. Bye. Husband's gone out. I don't know why. Oh, this is the road here. Look at all the crap that's gotten on the road. So he's going to go out. He's moving rocks away. When we went to the curling, we bid on a thing, and he got that jacket. It's a Northwest Territories jacket. It's so cool.